tried on exonerating Obi, raining appraisal on him, how good and the well principled Obi is. You tried on your own side, but I'm trying to tell you that Obi is not representing the interests of the entire Igbos. Why? We actually worked hard to be reintegrated, to be among the Nigerian people on the commerce and industries. We've been trying and dazzling in this country. We are doing too much well on entrepreneurship to make sure that Nigeria works. Then when you talk about administration wise, we are there. Obi himself tried when he was Anambra State governor. Aguiyi tried when he was trying to at least operate unitary system of government in Nigeria. Okonjo-Iweala of later time. This is just our time. He tried. He did well during Obasanjo regime. I don't want you to even forget Dr. Akunyili, Professor Akunyili. He did well in that category when he was the DG of NAFDAC. So what I'm trying to say is that we have actually tried our best to indicate that we are no longer aggressive or hostile about what transpired from 1967 to 1970. Yet, our trial has not convinced Nigerian people, Nigerian political juggernauts, Nigerian political dwindlers enough to reintegrate us into Nigerian political system. So where I'm going is that Greg Obi's whatever he's calling himself, whatever congratulatory message he's sending to Gowon is entitled to Greg Obi and his own camp. Listen and listen, God, I'm an Igbo man. We are tired of this contraption. I'm an Igbo man. I'm tired of Nigeria. I'm fed up of Nigeria. Likewise, other well-meaning Igbos. They are tired. They are very, very tired of Nigerian system. What amounts now most positively is what? Disintegration of this country. Yoruba should go for Republic of Oduduwa. Hausa should invite any name they like, should be their name. Igbo man has already gone. As you are seeing me, Oga Igbo is free. Igbo has gone. Igbo has done. Igbo has paid with their blood, and we can't die. We will not kill ourselves. Oga, enough is enough. If Obi want to go and stay and live in the same mid-belt with Yakubu Gowon, you should go there. As of me, I said Gowon is old. I will grow old. Glory be to God, he has attained that age. To see by himself, the country he fought for is not working. The system is still against the same people he fought against. The system of this country is against the same people he fought against, the Igbos. Go on, whether happy birthday or unhappy birthday, I'm an Igbo man. You've not been able to come out and apologize to the Igbos. The reason why you did not reconcile the Igbos, you did not compensate the Igbos, you did not agitate for reconstruction, compensation, reintegration, reconciliation of the Igbos into Nigerian political system for over 54 years now. See, in the final analysis, a broken bottle, there's no way you can gather it together again to be the same unless it undergoes recycling. And we've tried that many numbers without time. There's no how we've been accepted in Nigeria.
What I see is Obi seems to be the person who is not bittered, or should I say who is not bittered. He's not bittered.
Embittered.
Yes, he's not embittered.
Yeah.
Amongst the Igbos.
Yeah.
As far as today is concerned, when we look about the unfortunate incident that happened within the period of 1967 to 70s. And I think Obi represents a beacon of forgiveness for the majority of the Igbos to emulate. I understand that the Igbos want what we call the 3 R's to be fulfilled. And the man who had failed to fulfill those promises, which is the Yakubu Gowon, is the person...
Promises of reconciliation, yes, reconstruction, reintegration.
Is the person today, Peter Obi, is congratulating on his birthday. I think it only states one thing, that Peter Obi is a man who the Lord loves, is a man who was trained in love.
A beacon of reconciliation.
He is a beacon of true love.
Yeah. reconciliation.
Peter Obi is a man who truly emulates the Christ-like lifestyle. Peter Obi got slapped in the election of 2023. Peter Obi could have decided to push for a massive and aggressive protest. Peter Obi said, no, let us wait. Let us look on to the court and to God.
Yes.
I think for me, if I am an Igbo person, I would find it hard to swallow such a pill. But I cannot go without stating that people like Peter Obi are the people we need in this country. Because today, as it were, is so divided. Today, as it were, this country is seated with so much bitterness amongst the different ethnic tribes.
Mr. Niyi Samson, you are trying to tell the world that if you could be in Peter Obi's shoe, you would have gone violent. That's what you said here. That is very, very hard to swallow such, bitter pill.
It takes a special grace
To do that,
to have that tolerance, that kind of demeanor Peter Obi has. Peter Obi has faced the most gruesome, the most humiliating embarrassment a person of his caliber will face. And those circumstances, those challenges have not phased him out. But instead, they've made him even more resilient. And I respect him as an Igbo man because let us tell you the truth. I know that the Igbos are supposed to be resilient.
yeah,
If you are not resilient, if you don't have thick skin, you cannot succeed in business.
it's true.
There are some instances that you find yourself in some society because of your business. They'll start attacking you, but you see an Igbo man who will be ready to face that challenges. And at the end of the day, they surmount those challenges and then they become prosperous. This is what Peter Obi is exemplifying for everyone to see. That yes, we understand that we lost millions.
Yeah.
But those were the days of dark ages. Peter Obi emphatically stated that there is no country in the whole world that has gone from dark to light who didn't go through a level of civil war.
Yes. Civil disturbances, civil crisis.
If we are going to say that
Political crisis.
if we are going to say that the Igbos lost millions, can we also say that the Yoruba soldiers, the Igbos, the Yorubas, the Hausas, can we not also say that they also lost people? Because of course they also lost, but of course, but the casualty wasn't as much as the Igbos.
Yeah,
but they also lost people during that course of the war.
But most casualties are on the side of the Igbos.
Understandably, the Igbos lost more people. So Obi is telling us, if you are my supporter,
according to war experts, the Igbo lost 4 million people.
that happened, and it's a matter of fact. But those were the days of our dark ages. Peter Obi is telling you guys, I want to make a new Nigeria.
Okay, let me remind you. Don't you know there's no family in Igbo land that have not lost their loved ones from 1967 to 1960? Has it not come to you, to your understanding, that before the actual war escalated in 1967, the Igbos lost over 1 million people? I read. Protest started in 1965. It was quelled and calmed. Then again in 1966, after the coup, there was much protest across the country with all the grievances of Hausa Fulani tribes cornered, pointed at the Igbo people as the people that orchestrated that coup. I don't know whether you understand, whether you follow history. And before the war escalated in 1967, 1.4 million Igbos were killed and maimed. I feel that was not enough. The Igbo people, the Igbo most survived one in the north that were being conveyed or transported to the southeastern Nigeria, were intercepted at the axis of Oturupo, Makurdi, Benue, and were slaughtered the more. I think if Obi could go through the history too well of Nigerian Biafran Civil War, I think he would not be in that position to congratulate Gowon. I'm just using myself as example. If I could be in the political position of Obi, Peter Greg Obi, I won't send my congratulatory message to Gowon unless I am looking for something. Don't you know that Obi is looking for something? That's why he's congratulating Gowon. He's looking for something. At least it is politically undertone. It has political, at least, inclination. If you look at the reason, motive behind Obi's congratulatory message to Gowon, there is something deep Obi is looking for. Don't you think so, Nee?
Well, that question is a subjective one, and it's filled with so much prejudice coming from you, Mr. Raf.
Yeah.
I understand that, I mean, and I think this doesn't exempt Peter Obi himself, because if Peter Obi himself would have lost one or two people, Peter Obi himself has
Thank
said
you.
it outrightly that his
Every
father's
family.
he said his father's business was destroyed during the course of that war.
Yeah.
But once again, Peter Obi has said that we would not build a future Nigeria if we continue to hold to the grudges of yesterday.
Yeah.
Everybody in this country, one way or the other, has been cheated, maltreated, and of course, killed due to the unfortunate past leaders that we had.
Yeah.
Peter Obi has said that do not judge me for the errors of the past, of the mistakes of our past leaders, and he will not dwell on it as a foundation for the Igbos to keep electing him. He has said it outrightly. Peter Obi has said, don't vote me because I'm Igbo. Peter Obi has said, don't vote me maybe because of whatever bias that you have towards Biafra. But again, Peter Obi has come out to say that if he ever becomes the president of this country, he will have a good table talk without agitators. And I think it is the right way to go. And I think this is the right way to go.
Yes.
Because we will not go, Peter Obi will not at this time, after 60 years, begin to blow the embers of war that has long gone and has been forgotten. Because as of today, if we will talk about Biafra, don't forget that Ojukwu also contested for presidency, even in Nigeria.
He actually did.
Ojukwu even himself had embraced the Nigeria entity before he died. So I think it is unfair to push blame on Peter Obi, who is trying to build a united Nigeria.
Yes, being a correspondent, now being the interviewer, you know, myself, I'm Raf. I'm in a position to air my view too. Yes, listen and listen good. Obi himself, come quote me, can never stop Biafra emancipation. Obi is talking from the angle of his own opinion. Do you understand that? He's not representing the Igbos. Obi is not opining for the Igbos. Now, don't you think or actually, you know, have the, you know, wind up or information in your mind that Obi is looking for something, is actually looking indirectly for something to be given to him. That's why he's like turning his back on Biafra.
I think I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
That Obi is pandering towards the north.
Thank you.
For political gains,
Yes.
for political sympathy.
Yes.
Well, I think we cannot sweep that under the carpet. There are many high chances of that happening.
Yeah.
But we must understand that even before now, we have seen Obi visit mosques, most especially during the Ramadan. We have seen Obi dilly-dallying with the likes of Babangida, and the Igbos never objected that.
We never objected that.
I mean, so and
he's entitled to his opinion.
And these are prominent people.
Yes.
So what I feel is the attitude Peter Obi emboldens and stew, I think Igbos in their generality needs to emulate it. And I think even the Yorubas, I think the Yorubas and the Hausas, they must understand that the Igbos are nothing but our brothers from the same mother, right? We might have different fathers, but we are all from the same mother. And that mother is our motherland called Nigeria.
Yeah, you know, something, let me tell you, as long as the agenda that, you know, General Gowon came out with after Nigerian Biafran Civil War ended in 1970, what are those agendas? 1, reconciliation. 2, reintegration, that is allowing the Igbos, listen, reconstruction, compensation. We are not followed up from 1970 till date. I think every Igbo man, every able-bodied Igbo born of Igbo blood is entitled to protest that kind of, let me say, denial by the Gowon, that kind of injustice by Gowon regime, by the Mohammed regime, from Obasanjo regime of 1976 to 79, from Chagari regime of 1979 to 83, from the former head of state Buhari when he was in the military, from 84, 31st December 1983 to August 1987, 85, sorry. From Buhari, Babangida, who took over from 1985 to 1993, he denied the Igbos the reconciliation. Don't you know, actually, that there is no cause for Igbo man, there's no reason whatsoever for Igbo man to be in Nigeria. If you look at the failure to reconstruct, to compensate, to reconcile with the Igbos, you know that it is still pointing towards that direction of hostilities, aggressiveness of the Nigerian contraption, you know, over Igbo man. See, it is time for us to actually redefine our identities. The entity called Nigeria is not supposed to be with Igbo man. Actually, what transpired last year during presidential election has spelled out what? Unimaginable marginalization against the Igbos.
Mr. Raphael, you cannot.
The Igbo man won election, presidential election.
Mr. Raphael,
it was thwarted
I am
by a Yoruba man. Obi cannot represent the interests of the Igbos.
I am the respondent.
Obi cannot represent the interests
in
of the
this show,
Igbos.
I am the respondent, Mr. Raphael. If you allow me, please.
Go on.
You cannot cry more than the bereaved. As far as our concern, come 2023, Obi's presidency wasn't for the Igbos.
It was for the Nigerians.
It was for the Nigerians. And as far as we are concerned, Obi, as at now, has gotten over that defeat. Yes, the defeat is questionable.
and illegitimate.
And even to this day, people, including me, have questioned the legitimacy of the current president. However, the culprit, the person who was the victim, has gotten over it. He has grown out of it.
Yeah.
And he has had his followers, which includes you, to grow out of that pain. From your assertion, it simply states that you have not forgiven the mistakes of the past leaders.
I have not.
From your assertion, with that motive, you are stuck in the past.
Yes, I'm a Zionist. I don't forgive like that.
And it's unfortunate that you are not emulating the tenets
at all
and the characteristics of Peter Obi,
I profess
which of course is your principle.
I profess it. I don't emulate that kind of principle. I have my own principle. We actually discussed no vanquish, no conqueror, no vanquished. Nobody is defeated. Nobody has conquered. At the end of the day, you started fighting and defeating me and conquering me. I'm an Igbo man. I remain with my own opinion. Obi's opinion doesn't count. The Igbos, in generality, at all, Obi is not representing us. Obi is going out for his political interests, which to me is selfish. So what we are trying to say now is that we should redefine this contraption. Everybody should go. We should review the Constitution of 1999. We should review the agreement of 1914, amalgamation of the North and South. Nigeria is not working, my brother Nee. You have spoken so well, but